Welcome back, Matt.
Oh, thank you for having me back, Audrey. I'm glad this is the real me, not the AI me here with you. And,
You have to
and
specify now, yeah.
yes, because it's taken over. You know what I saw the other day, Audrey?
Yeah.
There were a big sign offering AI colonoscopies. Now,
Oh, gosh.
of all the places you don't want AI, it's the bottom of the backside. You know what I mean? It's
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. That's scary.
yeah, it is scary.
And-
That's so dark. It didn't end up in 1984. You know what I mean? That is scary. I don't want a machine back there. I'm sorry. There has to be a limit. Where does privacy limits go, Audrey? So
yeah,
anyway,
that's really, I wouldn't put it past them. I really wouldn't, but.
they'll probably put a chip in there. You know.
Okay. Oh, what a nasty place to have a chip. So anyway, this got dark real fast. So we're going to jump in. Well, that was one thing to jump in. We're going to jump on another thing. We all know Bridget Gabrielle and her work, and well, she recently posted. She said things Congress will not vote for: term limits. What a surprise! Ban on stock trading. Okay, and releasing all the names of members of Congress who have used our tax dollars to settle sexual harassment and abuse claims. Now, that's what they will never vote for. Okay, but here's something they will vote for: extending TPS, and that's the special protection for 350,000 Haitians. So, all that is true.
So,
yeah, go ahead.
that is amazing. But I guess they try to protect the voodoo ceremonies in the lobby of New York City condominiums. Because I had a lot of Haitians, and I'm like, what's going on here? And it's sacrifice a goat day.
Well, the thing is, what's insane about this is that they did this. This vote was, and it's not going to go anywhere anyway. But they voted this to extend it. This is right after an illegal Haitian had bludgeoned innocent mom to death in Fort Myers, Florida, down there in your state. I mean, how twisted do you have to be to ignore that and say, yeah, give them another extension for what?
Right.
For what?
And Florida's dangerous enough. I got to worry about Haitians now. I'm already worried about Tiger Woods driving. Damn. So I don't know. They should. No. The priorities are a little whack in Congress, and they got to focus on. Sometimes they do that. They don't always focus on what's important, and they get sidetracked, and it can be frustrating because, especially, they can't even pass a budget. Half the time it's crazy. And then the airports are shut down, and it is kind of sad that they can't. Not that Congress ever. It was always divided, but now in recent times, it's just so divided where they can't even reach any consensus on anything. It's kind of sad,
Yeah, it is. But the whole thing is that we're paying them almost just the salary is almost $200,000 a year, plus all benefits, plus everything they do. I mean, they took that 2-week junket, right? When they didn't want to vote for, and that was on us. I can't take a vacation, but they can take my money and and go pate. But this is what they were doing, so, right? Well, think about that. They're doing this. They're not serving us. They're not serving us, and they won't. Of course, who's going to vote them? Whoever came up with this, by the way, that they're the ones that choose whether there's term limits. I think that should be a referendum. Don't you think? The people should choose that.
Oh, definitely. I mean, there needs to be, because some of these people stick around so long, they become ossified, like Pelosi or whatever. You know what I mean? And also, there should be an alcoholic limit, like eight.
Did you see?
Stirring up.
It's really funny you should mention that. Did you know that Pelosi? And this is a fact that she installed a liquor store up on the Hill.
Wow.
Yeah, I was in shock when I saw this. But yeah, they all knew about it. How come they didn't tell us? I was just saying she installed that, and that they had deliveries. You can have a delivery to your office from this store, and I'm going, this is where my tax dollars are going. None of us can take a vacation. I'm serious. And these people are taking our money and installing, of course,
Yeah.
of course,
Yeah,
Nancy Pelosi would. I mean, she's already, I think she's really a mummy at this point. Between the Botox and the booze. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Maybe she's got IV tubes hooked to her arm next, and just a steady stream of tequila going into there. So I don't know.
Well, she's looked, she's looked smashed, half the time when she speaks. It doesn't make any sense, and now we know why. She's
Exactly.
She
sounds more incoherent than a Scottish guy on a bender. So,
yeah, right.
and then Chuck Schumer looks like Count Dracula.
I know. What is that? And he also doesn't know how to flip a burger. First, you got to take the plastic off. Okay, so
these people are too old to be in Congress.
They are.
They're incompetent.
Yeah.
They need to. Yeah, I agree. Term limits would be beneficial. There has to be. You got to put boundaries on these people because some of them they just stick around forever.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
I,
And then
I'd like to see that.
they've become millionaires because of insider trading. The stock trading is really insider trading. I mean, you and I we'd be in the pokey right now if we did that. But they are protecting themselves. They won't vote to ban that. The president tried to ban them from doing it, but they won't do it. So they're what did I think this is? One giant. They just take out the party hats and that's it. They never serve us. They install a liquor store for themselves. They won't get out. No term limits. Get out.
Yeah, and you wonder where all this wealth. How did they get such wealth? Like AOC, because she had no money.
Yeah.
And then how did she get all this? And all of them, really. I mean, there's something going on where they're getting that insider information, and then they're trading on it. And I don't think that's right because that money is actually coming out of the everyday investor.
Yeah.
Because the actual stock goes down in value slightly when there's people gaming the system.
Yeah, you're right.
So
Yeah.
it's unethical and also, an egregious breach of power, really. So there really should be a stop on it.
Oh yeah. And then we have, let's go all the way over to the left coast, okay? So we have Gruesome Newsom's Political Action Committee used $1.5 million, this is too much, to buy 67,000 copies of his own book. Wow. And the total book sales were 97,400, and 67,000 of that he bought. His PAC's purchase accounts for about they're 2/3 of all that was sold. So he fakes the popularity of his book. So besides being pathetic, is there anything too low for this? To me, he's very greasy. The greasy Politico. Is there anything too low for him?
Yeah, no, there's something off about this guy. I mean, now I see all the money's going into his books. Now I understand why he wears those cheap Kmart suits. You know what I mean? He has nothing left. It's all funneled into his own propaganda, and he's got that fake Disney smile. Yeah, there's something weird with that guy.
He's creepy. He's creepy. Oh yeah,
he's creepy. It's like buying your own cameos or something, And then he's probably, he just seems phony. I don't know what it is with these Democratic people, but they have a way higher phoniness about them. Kamala was the worst with that. It was just everything was just
everything with her was a word salad. Nobody can understand what she's saying.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, probably because she was out of vermouth. She's another one
she was another. The only way they can get through it is to be drunk because they don't even believe their own BS.
Yeah, exactly. You have to be smashed in order to, because they're not even listening to what they're saying. So let's go to another ugly who says that he's on our side, but he isn't. Tucker Carlson's new episode claims that Hezbollah has been protecting Christian communities in Lebanon. Talk about somebody who's stupid, okay? Hezbollah has quite literally ethnically cleansed Lebanese Christians from half the country. Lebanese Christians themselves despise Hezbollah. And just ask Bridget Gabrielle. And she shares her story with her and her family that was saved from jihadis like them in Lebanon by the IDF. I don't know, but it looks like that demon that was attacking Tucker finally entered Tucker as a replacement for his brain. I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, that's certainly possible. I mean, Hezbollah, I don't see how you can take a positive view of them. I mean, they fire off more rockets than SpaceX. You know what I mean? They're just, they're just.
Yeah,
I don't know. His opinions have gone a little off. He's gone a little off.
A little off. Really? No, he is making the arguments for in favor of Islam that sounds like those that have converted. So a lot of people are thinking that he has actually converted because he thinks Islam is good. He thinks Sharia law is good. I wonder if he's still married. I mean, or is his wife okay with it as long as he keeps up the money, the payments? Because do you know how they treat women? I mean, come on, look at the regime is doing right now. They have 8 young women they're about to execute, which they have no problem with because they hate women anyway. But because they went against the regime, which is Sharia law, it's all Sharia law. So.
Exactly. Yeah. So, and also, I mean, maybe he'll replace his show with a Quran study group. I don't know, but
I think he'd probably be just as dumb at that. I think people thought he was very intelligent, but I disagree, and this proves it. So I'm going to go up to New York. It appears that Mamdani has banned New Yorkers from celebrating America's 250th birthday in Times Square because they were going forward with a whole celebration like New Year's Eve. And it should be big, right? The restrictions stem from a policy adopted by the Parks Department at the NYPD's request. The request sought a block on new permits for special events on park property during the World Cup. Oh, that means so much more than their 250th birthday. The World Cup runs from June 11th through July 19th. So isn't it really the fact that so many NYPD officers have left and they defund the police there that Mamdani has created a shortage so they couldn't cover that event anyway?
Right. That's a wild situation that he wants to ban a 250-day celebration on July 4th. Although I will say, fireworks start going off on July 4th. We got a Muslim mayor. I may assume that Mamdani blew himself up.
Oh, if only. If only. Anyway, so.
I'm not saying all Muslims are blowing themselves up. I'm not
No.
gonna say that, Audrey.
But
of course not.
But it's not Christians and it's not Jews. It's Muslims. When they do it, it's Muslims. Because, and so him, you saw what they were doing in Queens the other night. I mean, the chaos they caused and stopping traffic, and they were attacking police cars, and so what did he say? It's just kids having fun, just like the ones that it's just homemade bombs. So, I mean, this is of course he's gonna poo-poo it, but 250 years. This is. I mean, we're not going to last too much long. Nobody thought we would last this long in the first place. And it's just by God's grace that we did. But now you're not going to let them celebrate in Times Square. Who are you?
Exactly. Now, if it was, Ramadan Camel Day.
There it is.
Ticker tape parade. And,
there it is.
The magic carpets would be
Oh, no. Yeah, I can't do that. But I know how to do it. Maybe you can do it. Sure.
Khamenei isn't going to put a fatwa on me like Salman Rushdie. These are jokes. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So he's not the only one that's at issue here. Hochul. I can't even say their name without laughing. Hochul and Mamdani, Dumb and Dumber, are imposing a new. These people are just incredibly dumb. Okay, there's no other way. I'm being nice when I say that, by the way. They're imposing a new fee for luxury properties owned by non-residents of the state, meaning they know they went down to Florida, but they still have property there. It is the latest example of economic atrophy as Democrats chase wealthy taxpayers and businesses from the state. So first, Hochul tries to get current wealthy in New York to chase down the wealthy that left New York for Florida to come back so they can keep paying illegals through programs to vote for them. And now this. I mean, I find it amusing they cannot comprehend the fact that we are free to leave a state if we dislike the policies, and that's the consequences of politics. And they say, I'm going to take more of your money, you leave, and they sit there scratching their heads and wondering what happened. I mean, what level of schmuck is this? Okay.
Right, no, exactly. And that's why you got all these wandering Jews, like in Sinai, only now we're in Miami, you know what I mean? So, it's the great Exodus. I think it was spoken about in the Bible, and the 10 plagues are the rules from the Quran that are posted everywhere. I don't know, man. I just, with all that tax dollars they get in New York, and they get billions and billions.
Yes.
How come they can't fix the roads? How come there's potholes everywhere?
Yeah.
How come there's no public bathrooms? Down in Florida, there's no state tax. There's no city tax. There's no extra property 10% tax. And the roads are fine. They're good. There are plenty of bathrooms. What is going on there? Where is the money being funneled? All right. Is it all going into the ganja and those weed stores? I don't know, Audrey.
Yeah, I wonder about that too. It's stunning to me how dumb Marxists are, because especially because when they try to impose this in a constitutional republic, you're trying to impose Marxism, and then when people say nah, and they leave, they say, oh my gosh, they left. It wasn't supposed to work that way. We are not captive to them. We can live in whatever state we choose. If we don't like the policies, we leave. And that's exactly what happened. So now she's even dumber than him. I mean, I'll give him the excuse that he's younger than her, that he doesn't know, he has no experience. But she's just incredibly stupid, this woman. I mean, what else can you say?
Right. No, 100%. And she seems very fake. You remember with COVID, she was saying God wants you to take the vaccine or whatever.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
she's a spokesperson for God. Yeah.
Yeah. God is working for Pfizer. I see God. Standing there.
Yeah. The only God is a God that starts with the name starts with S. Okay, it has an N at the end. Okay, so that's the only God that's going to do that. I know she was trying everything because they were making money. They were making money,
right.
Yeah. So
she lost me there. That was when I was like, okay, she's out to lunch. But
it just think about how dumb do you have to be? You're saying to people that they didn't just. The money didn't fall out of the sky. A lot of these people worked hard. They had businesses. And so you're saying to them, we're going to take more of your money. Okay. And then you say, no. Okay. And then they exit and they say, oh my gosh, they left. Well, chase them down and tell them to come back. And so they didn't do that. Okay. Do they still have properties here? Well, we'll just tax them. Well, they'll get rid of those properties. I mean, just the dumbness is a level. It's like kind of, I've seen the cartoons.
Exactly, because it's already totally skewed. I mean, against New York when you think about how much higher the taxes are than everywhere else.
Yeah.
So and then the services are falling apart. So instead of thinking of offering more, it's like a company that offers less to the customer and charges more. Eventually, that company's going to go under. Yeah. It's just it's short-term thinking, and they have socialist stars in their eyes and this idealistic world, which unfortunately isn't the real world, because socialism, as we've seen, is an epic fail. Look at Venezuela; it just doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
In theory, it would be great, I think, but it just doesn't work in practical sense. Yeah. So you have to drop it. But now they keep trying it, and they'll run New York into the ground, And
they are. They're doing a good job of it because more and more people are leaving. So, and another bad, or another winner of a city, as if Minneapolis didn't have enough problems that they caused themselves, by the way. The Democrats there have moved to... I can't even believe I'm saying that. Moved to legalize bathhouses after 38-year ban. Now, so they didn't have enough AIDS or sexually transmitted diseases there from third world countries. It's time for a filth fest. I mean, I'm trying to understand this.
Right. I mean, that's just what the world needs is more gay bathhouses.
Oh gosh, please. Getting sick.
You know,
Yeah.
I guess that's in Minnesota. That's a good platform to run on. Do you feel like taking a steam room and seeing a gay orgy?
Oh
Well, we
my
got the
gosh, I
place
know
for
this
you.
is sick. This is so sick. What's the matter with them there? I'd say a gas leak, but I think they would still be doing better if they had a gas leak. There's just some kind of mental illness there, or what?
Yeah, I mean, I think they take the inclusivity too far. Everybody should have their rights, but I don't know if that includes some weird, freaky orgy things that are in, a public place. I just don't see what the benefit of society is and why a politician is running on that.
How is that something to run on? I mean,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
then we have Pritzker, the guy from the Macy's Day Parade, the one that floats. Well, he wouldn't float, but what does he sign? He signs now. This remember something. Remember they had outlawed anybody who knew they had HIV from of course, having sexual relations with someone without telling them that they had HIV. It was criminal. It was felony. Well, he just signed something to make that no, it's not anymore. So someone can do that and not tell someone and give them a deadly disease. That's it. Period. Where is that? How is that something to win on? With who?
That is wild. So he's basically pro-AIDS. I mean, that's
Well,
what
that's
he's
it.
running on.
Yeah. So
You
if
know,
if that's true, I'm sure then if they give, I wouldn't want to be in that state and have an accident. What's going to be in that blood?
that's a good point.
I
Yeah.
mean, so that if they're going to saying it's not a crime anymore to do that, well, then it's not a crime for them to give blood.
True.
These people are really, the Democrats are, they're already over the precipice of crazy. They're beyond just, oh, look at my crazy uncle over there. No, these people are dangerous now.
They are, and I gotta say, I'm happy I'm straight. Not that AIDS isn't in the straight community, but I mean, I don't have to deal with these gay bathhouses or someone.
Oh gosh.
I mean, I guess AIDS can go anywhere. Let's be real, but I mean, I think I don't know.
This is sick. This is sick.
They've got to get their priorities in order, and
Yeah.
they got to remember the public health. And I think they sometimes,
They
like
don't
you
care.
said,
They don't care.
they're out to lunch, and it's not logical.
No.
I may work in Minnesota, but I don't know how that's going to work.
No.
Anywhere else.
No, but guess what? The people don't stay in Minnesota. They go outside of Minnesota. There's no walls around Minnesota or Minneapolis. That's because that's where it's going to be. They're going to go outside that, so people are going to be in danger. So they don't care about people's lives. Oh, gee, I'm so surprised. Aren't these the people that kill babies in the womb? Sure, of course. Anyway, well, it's true. Matt, it's truth, right? Matt, where can the listeners follow and support your brilliant work, see you live, book you for a gig, and purchase all your books, including the Book of Outcasts? Where can they do all that? Or tell us upcoming
definitely.
gigs.
You can check my website, mattnagin.com, Nagin, where I have my catalog of upcoming things. I have a book festival coming up in Long Island called the Gold Coast Book Fair. I've got a gig in Atlantic City at Resorts Hotel coming up in May. I'll be regularly still working out the dates at Christie B Comedy Club in Daytona. But anyway, check my calendar on my socials. I'm at Nagin, please. All right, it's the N word you could say. And that's where I'm at. Thanks for having me on, Audrey, and always a pleasure.
Absolutely. And as always, I'll have those links in my after show, which is now the live show page. Just go to audreyrousseau.com, click on the honor button, and right under the show description, you'll find all the links and info you need to follow Matt's work. Thanks so much, Matt, for sharing your assessments on these things. Will you join us again on the show? Yes?
Oh, sure, of course.